My name's Dale Danker. I'm president of TWU Local 514, and I'm here with...
Marla Johnson. I'm the vice president of TWU Local 514.
And we are wanting to do a June update video for you. Talk about some of the things that's behind us and some of the things in front of us. Marla, you want to go first with what you have?
Yeah, so July 4th is coming up next Tuesday, so make sure you have your option on how you would like to take next Tuesday off by the end of today, because you have 7 days. It's 21 days before the holiday up to 7 days before the holiday. So get into WorkBrain and place that option as soon as you can. Also want to give a grievance report. So we have had the new officers for almost a year. Last August, we had a total of 4,314 grievances that were open that we were working on. So our team has been doing a great job. They've been getting in there, they've been getting after it, and now we are down to 2,062 grievances. So as we get grievances in, remember that, so that goes up, but we have been working them back down. So we're doing really, really well. We hope to have those on a coming in, going out within a month basis as soon as we can. So we're getting closer, and we're doing a good job. All the guys are doing a good job. Appreciate everything they're doing. So when they contact you and they need some information, please return their phone calls and get a hold of them. And also I want to remind everybody, membership meetings are Thursday, the 29th. We have them at 7:15, 11:45, and 3:45. So if you can, please show up.
Good. So back to her grievance report. I have pushed. I mostly pushed Marla to push the officers, to push the shop stewards, to push those that are filing the grievances to get this more information. You know, the company, it's the burden of the union to prove the grievance. So when we go to the company with little to no facts, they know that, and they know that it's going to be impossible for us to go in front of an arbitrator and prove something that we have zero facts on. So it may sound like she's harping on it, or the officers are harping on it, but we just have to collect the information as soon as the grievance happens. Get as much. It's okay to have too much information. It's not okay to have zero to no information. So I'm going to keep pushing her to push everyone. Let's get everything we can to resolve these grievances, old and new. So I want to say that again, the company had the smoke off. It was good to go out and see everybody. I met a lot of new people. I try to be. Some folks won't come up to me because they say, "Well, I saw you there at the smoke off, but you was busy talking." Hey, just come and interrupt and say hello. I'd like to meet as many new folks as I can. I'm having conversations with Raleigh Reeves. He's been named the TW M&R International Rep for American Airlines, and the dodgeball grievance, we've presented that to the IAM. They've agreed. The document's been signed, and that's with the company. Now they know that the association is going to take that grievance forward. It's got a lot of things tied to it. There's a lot of things around what I call dodgeball. When you bid, I believe that we negotiated that you should have, as a member, you should have a right to bid the crew chief that you want to work for, as well as your shift days off within this location. So I don't believe that the company should say we have one big bid area and it's only got one location, or that you should say I have to bid into a location with 4 crew chiefs or 3 crew chiefs, and on some days I have this crew chief, other days I have that crew chief. I don't think that that's what we negotiated, and I'm willing to go forward into arbitration and make those arguments for everyone. I believe the company is going to want to have a conversation to see if we could come to a compromise. There's things that they do on the line that's not how we were established here at the base. So we got to get together with the other presidents and with the EIM to have a conversation to understand all the differences between all the stations. So those conversations are being had, and I expect I'll be called to Dallas to have more meetings surrounding bids and crew chief issues. Also, we're having conversations with Raleigh Reeves and the other maintenance president, Gary Scheibel, on union-sponsored insurance plans. So you have the company, short-term, long-term, the things that they provide, term life. Company only does long-term. I get confused because it's so much. So the union has always gone out and found a union benefit planners right now is who sponsors that, but then sometimes they have all of us union officers help get everybody signed up for these things, which it's good insurance and it has good benefits. The issue is they leave town and then sometimes they're not as readily available as what we think that they should be to support the plans that they've sponsored and deduct money out of your paycheck. So we're actively reaching out to other insurance companies to try to find out if there's a better plan. We want the cost to be right, we want the benefit to be right, and we want the insurance company to provide support for those plans. So we're having those conversations as well. And I'd also like to say that we still have an open e-board position. There's been an appeal put forward to the TWU International, and we're just waiting for an answer from them. And we'll either we're going to go with whatever their answer is, but there may be an election and there may not be an election. So that's still an open issue. And I know Marla has dealt with it for the local, but we had an EOC claim against this local, and we're dealing with that. And it seems like a lot of times we need to be focused on the grievances and the things that impact the majority of the people at the base, but it seems to me like in my brain that I spend the majority of my time dealing with a minority of the people and the issues that come up. So that's just part of the job. It's unfortunate. I'd rather be working on my presidential grievances. I believe I have 14, 15, or 16 on the books. When I file a presidential grievance, it's because it has an impact on the Tulsa base, which usually has an impact on the whole system. So I'd rather work on those things, but we have to work on all these minute details that come up every day. Lastly, I'd like to say if you get the TWU Express sent to you, do you think everybody does? Or those that contribute to COPE, or do you think it's everybody?
So I believe it's all the members, but if you don't get them, you can go to twu.org and ask to get those sent to your house.
And the reason I bring this up is because in this article, they discuss one of the things that the TWU International Legislative Committee is working on, and that's 4 things in the aviation industry. One of them, it's called the FAA Reauthorization Bill here on page 9. It's talking about new technologies. There's companies out there that's put in to have air taxis that can haul up to 6 people in urban areas like Manhattan, downtown, probably LA, Boston, pick some of these large cities. And they want to have unmanned air taxis be able to haul up to 6 people. We're trying to understand and fight that as we can, because you can imagine if they can get in with 6, then it's 6, then it's 12, and they just, before long, they're flying airplanes without pilots in them. But the main thing in this reauthorization bill is the Republicans and the Democrats came together to say that we want the FAA to start, if you're going to show up in Tulsa, Oklahoma and inspect this base, then you'll show up with the same rules as in South America, China, wherever there might be a foreign MRO facilities that works on USA airplanes. They have to start leveling the playing field. So if you've got the TWU Express, if you could thumb through it, there's some things that have to do with your job here at American Airlines on this month's issue. And that's all that I have. You have anything else?
That's all I have. Have a safe and happy 4th of July.
Thank y'all. See you later.